see heaven, yes. I see heaven, yes. On the cloud, I see heaven, yes. 'Cause the promise, it was given. I see heaven. Oh.
The Book of Daniel, in the King James Version of the Bible, is a collection of stories and prophecies that center around the character of Daniel, a young Jewish man who was taken captive and brought to Babylon. The book is divided into two main sections. The first half contains stories of Daniel and his friends, navigating the challenges of living in a foreign land while remaining faithful to their beliefs, and the second half contains visions and prophecies that Daniel receives from God. In the first half of the book, Daniel and his friends are taken captive by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon and brought to the royal court to be trained as advisors. Despite being in a foreign land and faced with pressure to conform to the ways of the Babylonians, Daniel and his friends remain steadfast in their faith and refuse to eat the king's meat or worship his gods. Through a series of trials and tests, they prove themselves to be wise and faithful and are eventually rewarded with positions of power and influence in the king's court. The second half of the book contains a series of visions and prophecies that Daniel receives from God. These visions include images of beasts and kingdoms that will rise and fall, as well as predictions of future events that will shape the course of history. One of the most famous prophecies in the book is the vision of the Metal Man, which symbolize 4 great empires that will dominate the world before the coming of the Messiah. Throughout the book, Daniel is portrayed as a man of great wisdom and faith who is able to interpret dreams and visions through the power of his God. He is also shown to be a man of great courage and integrity who is willing to risk his life to remain faithful to his beliefs. Despite facing persecution and opposition, Daniel never wavers in his commitment to God and his convictions, and is ultimately rewarded for his faithfulness. The Book of Daniel is a powerful and inspiring book that teaches important lessons about faith, courage, and the sovereignty of God. It reminds us that even in the midst of trials and tribulations, God is always in control and will ultimately bring about justice and redemption. Daniel's story serves as a reminder that no matter what challenges we may face, we can trust in God's faithfulness and rely on his strength to see us through. As we read the book of Daniel, we are reminded of the importance of remaining faithful to our belief in God, even in the face of death. Like Daniel and his friends, we are called to stand firm in our convictions and trust in God's plan for our lives. The book challenges us to be people of courage and integrity who are willing to take a stand for what is right, even when it is difficult. In conclusion, the book of Daniel is a timeless and powerful book that continues to inspire and encourage readers to this day. Through the stories and prophecies contained within its pages, we are reminded of the importance of faith, courage, and trust in God. Daniel's example serves as a model for us to follow as we navigate the challenges of life and seek to remain faithful to our beliefs.